So Nardo Wick recently started to drop again. These new songs are a bit different from his older ones, but the dark and devil vibe remains the same. So today I'm going to show you how you can make these crazy dark beats. It's going to be really easy, so let's get into it. So I just loaded up FL. Now we can set the BPM to 160. It always works for this type of beats. And I want to open Analog Lab because we're going to start by using a piano, because a lot of Nardo Wick's latest songs are made with a fast and hard piano melody. So I will use the Phoenix Bank that will be out soon, guys. And I want to use this piano 4 because it's a normal piano with a chorus on it. So it sounds a little bit different, and you can recreate something like that by using your favorite piano and adding some chorus on it. I'm using this piano and not a normal piano, also because the main sound of your melody is the most important thing of your beat. This one sounds a little bit different, so let's use it. And let's set the grid to triplets so we can try some different stuff. Copy this over. Maybe invert these two. Let's try to copy this over. Let's try to pitch this up to F sharp. And to create some variation at the end, we can pitch this up. Okay, something like this can work. I used a lot of these two notes that are only one semitone apart, and they're going to create a lot of tension, as I always say. And yeah, don't be scared to make simple melodies like this, because these are the ones that are going to sound good. If you have too much going on, maybe it's going to sound good, but the artist will find difficult to understand what is going on and find some flows on it. I want to try to flip this. Let's start by adding an EQ, because we need to remove the low end. And I want to remove this clicking sound. Okay. Now this we can add some reverb. I want to add Portal on this, because that's the perfect VST to flip your melodies. The Phoenix suite also has a Portal bank that I still have to finish, but let's find a preset that I like. Ooh, that's hard. Nah man, that's fire. We can render this. And as you can see, Portal messed up the start time of this sample. Yeah, I like this. Let's see how it sounds pitched down. Ooh. That's crazy. So I'm going to create a melody bus, and we can link all the melodies that we want by left clicking this arrow here, and we can remove it from the master, because here we need to remove the low end that we don't have in this case, but with the other melodies we will. Because it's going to clash with the 808 later, and we don't want that. Okay, I like this, and this is a really good main melody. And before continuing, I wanted to give you an advice, guys, that is really important. When I was really grinding this type of beats, it was really easy to get caught up into adding so many melodies and accents and stuff to make it sound crazy. But at the end of the day, the beats sounded good to producers, but the artists couldn't find the space to up on them. If you post your beats or send them out, make sure that they are simple enough for an artist to rap on them. They want just to find a counter melody with the same melody that we made, so it's not really a counter melody, but I want to try to stretch this pattern like this. It is in triplets, but let's make it in half steps. Let's try to change the sound of this piano. I like this, but we need again to remove this clicking. And we can also automate the pen of the first melody. Yeah. So now this is sounding good, and honestly we could just add some drums on this, but this is missing some textures and some low end that is classic in dark melodies. So I want just to add some piano bass notes, but I want to flip them too. So we can also do that with FL keys, honestly. So first of all, let's lay down the root note. Let's lower a bit the velocity of the top one. And we can also copy this over again. Okay. And now I want to try to add a chorus. Yeah. And maybe some reverb too. But we need to move this low cut knob, so the reverb won't affect the low end. Now we can render the bass notes, and we can try to reverse them and pitch them up. Yeah man, that's fire. Yeah. Okay, I really like that, but now we need to add some counter melodies and accent without overcomplicating it, that are going to make the beat sound more interesting. And I suggest you, when you get to this point, to arrange a bit the sample to understand really what melodies you need. So now this will be the first part of the hook, and this could already work. And then we can pitch up the second part of the hook. Yeah. Now we can copy this over and remove the piano. This will be the verse. And I mean, this sounds good, but it's a little bit too flat and we don't have enough variation. I want to add something like a choir. Let's open this original Sepi choir and we can use these staccatos. Let's just add an accent and nothing crazy. Yeah, something like this. And now we can add some delay on this to make it sound more interesting. Yeah. And we can filter the mid frequencies. Yeah, a trick to make your melodies sound a little bit more interesting is to make them sound older. You can do that by using a tape emulator VST. So I downloaded this one that was free. I don't know if it's still free, but if it is, I suggest you to download it. And I like to use this warm preset. Yeah, it sounds hard. So now this is still simple and I like that, man. But I want to add a violin phrase just for the intro because I want to show you a trick that is going to sound insane. So we go in the Phoenix Suite. Ooh, let's try this one. Okay. Okay, now we need to build that intro, man. Let's make this unique and we can add a bass. And I'm going to use again a bass from the Phoenix Suite. I'm in love with this one, man. We need to make something like this with the envelope, with the hold all the way up, or the notes will clash between each other. We can copy the FL keys pattern and paste it here. Man. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the trick that I really like to use in this type of beats. We can render all the intro and remember to change the mode to stretch, and we can select create an automation clip and do something like this. Yeah. Man, it's going to hit hard. So now I want to add some crazy drums on this, man. Okay, so as always I will use the drums from the Nebula Cosmic Drum Kit. This is a huge bundle too, guys. I use it all the time. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. So in these beats they always use a snare instead of a clap. And this one always works. And we need also to make a drum bass too, because also here we can remove the low end. Let's add also some distortion. And some reverb too. Okay. Now let's add the hi-hats. Let's try to use this one. And here with the rolls you can kinda go crazy. I suggest you to use 1/3 step rolls because they are faster. And we can change the pen of them. And we can just copy this over. And we can click Alt Tab to randomize the pen and the velocity. And the pitch a bit too. Now let's add a head too. Yeah. You see, by anticipating this note from here to here, we're going to create a lot more bounce. So now let's add some perks on this. Let's add also a bell. Yeah, simple like this. Let's add some delay on it. And now it's time for the 808, man. You already know we're going to use the spins. In like 90% of these beats, you will hear the spins. Yeah, now we're clipping because I don't have a soft clipper on the master. But I don't want the clipping to affect all the other melodies. So I'm just going to create a new bus that we can call clipping and add a soft clipper also here. And we can route the 808 to this bus. So now we can clip the 808, but to the master also if we remove the soft clipper, it will never go above 0. and we can boost the 808 to almost 3 dB. Yeah, it sounds hard, man. And here at the end we can go crazier. Yeah. Let's just remove this note and add maybe a counter 808 just to create some variation but without overcomplicating it. Yeah, simple like that, but it works. That's hard. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video if you want to make the hardest beats.